want at the end of the year just to be profitable. I don't care how much. I just care to not lose. I don't want to lose anymore. I just want to be a winner. I don't care if it's gonna be 5%, 10%, 20%. I don't care. If I'm gonna compound it every year, it's gonna be perfect. So when I took this decision, so only this decision, it wasn't especially something new that I learned in trading methods like technical analysis. It was a psychological and decision for myself. Then I started to make money. Only then. After
That's beautiful. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome back to another trader interview. Today we have Alexandros, and he's going to talk about his funded high stakes account, going to give us some tips and tricks and talk about his journey. Alexandros, I know that you told me right before starting recording, you woke up like 1 hour and a half ago. And honestly, like it's the same thing with me. So we're like on the same page here. So I think this is going to be like a relaxed, nice, good interview right here.
Yeah.
All right. How are you? And how's trading been going? And maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into trading? And why did you choose the 5ers? And how, tell us a little bit about the background.
How many hours do you have? Because I started trading 6 years ago, so I can speak all day about trading.
Nice.
I'm going to turn 25 years old in 2 months. So basically I'm 25. I started trading when I was 18 and a half, somewhere like there. I started to be profitable after roughly 2.5 years, somewhere like this. And then I learned about the prop industry because, of course, I didn't have capital when I started. And also my family didn't support me in trading. They all said it's a scheme.
Yeah, of course. It's gambling. It's gambling.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a scheme, it's gambling, it's this and that. So when I heard about prop industry, I was very excited about this. So I started to try to get some infos about companies, to open some challenges. I will not give names of companies, only if you want me to give.
That's okay.
But I found out about the 5%, like I think 2 years ago, something like this, 2 years and something. But you didn't have the high stakes program, and all the other companies had these kind of programs like high stakes. You had only the bootcamp and the instant funding.
That's right. Correct? That's right. And the instant funding, I believe the instant funding now is the hypergrowth program.
Yeah, something like this. And I didn't enjoy so much your programs, to be honest. I like your company. I saw that you are in the market for a long time. I saw that you have very good reviews, etc., etc. And when I saw that you bring high stakes, to be honest, I tried to make some bootcamps, but because I wasn't so interested in it, because I had capital and the bootcamps were small accounts, I didn't win on any of those. It's also 3 phases. It's a lot of work. And for traders, I think if you don't have the real money, so if you're not funded, me personally, it's like playing poker without money. So I'm not going to give my attention 100% if I don't trade on real funds.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm the same. I personally, I'm trading a hypergrowth program, previously the instant funding, and I'm the same. I'm not very interested in the bootcamp program, but I know that the bootcamp program is very successful. It's very popular, but for me, I'd like something different. So I think that's why you need different program for different people. So it's awesome that you've found the high stakes account here. You said it took you about 2.5 years to become profitable. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about that journey. Like where did you start, and then where did you end up, and how did that journey take you through the learning phase of trading?
So as I said, I started with some softwares. I wasn't doing the trading. After that, one guy from Instagram texted me and he told me that he's in an academy of trading. It was iMarkets Living or something like this. I don't remember. It was an academy with a lot of students, and you were joining live sessions and also high frequency trading on binary options and all this stuff. So I started also to go there a little bit, but it was everything basics. like only supported resistances, EMAs, RSI, not economics, not psychology, not all this stuff. But for me, this stuff is the good stuff that you will start to grow your path to success in trading. With basic support resistance and the RSIs and indicators, you will never be able to make profits or with signals from Telegram groups. It's if it would be so easy, everybody would make trading, and there would be
Yeah.
nobody working anywhere else. So I started to try all the things out there to learn, to read, and I tried also to develop my psychology because back when I started, I wanted all the time to make money fast. I want to make now. I want to make 10K now. I want to make 50K now. I want to make this now. Uh, this trade will go more up. The euphoria, will go more up.
Yeah.
I will not close it. I will not take partials. I will not do anything. So I was in a very bad management, but I think it was also, in my case, the age, because everybody is a little bit more crazy when they are 18, 19. And after a lot of accounts blown by me, I said to myself, listen, I don't care anymore to make big money. I don't care anymore to catch all the moves. I don't want nothing. I want just to start understand the market, understand the economics, understand why now this year everything is going up, why this year everything is going down, understand the macroeconomics. And I want at the end of the year just to be profitable. I don't care how much. I just care to not lose. I don't want to lose anymore. I just want to be a winner. I don't care if it's going to be 5%, 10%, 20. I don't care. If I'm going to compound it every year, it's going to be perfect. So when I took this decision, so only this decision, it wasn't especially something new that I learned in trading methods like technical analysis. It was a psychological and decision for myself. Then I started to make money. Only then. After
That is beautiful.
I blew a lot of accounts and I had been struggling for years. And every month I was taking money from my salary. I was begging friends to give me money to try to do stuff and losing all the time. Then I said, no, no more. I'm not trying to recover anymore everything now. And I'm going to do it easy, step by step. And after 1 year that I was very disciplined, I recovered everything and I am living only from trading. So I'm not doing anything else. I'm living only from trading since 2021 to 22.
That's amazing. I mean, so I feel like, you talked about it's interesting because you're talking to a trader when you ask about a strategy and they start talking about psychology. I feel like that is really spot on because we can all have different strategies. I mean, I'm probably going to be trading differently than you are, but what we have in common is a trading psychology. And you said that it feels like you kind of came to a point of no return. It's like now or never. I have to make a decision. And I like how you phrased it when you said, I just want to be profitable. I don't care if it's 1% or 5%. I just want to be profitable. And I think that's the key. I mean, people have these goals of making, doubling their account every year or something like that. But I'm happy as long as I'm profitable. I think that is a good mentality to have.
And I will tell something to everybody. It's simple. You cannot put your mind over this thing. This thing is a trillion market.
Yeah.
It can make whatever it wants with you, not what you want with it. So I always get pissed off when somebody says how much money you make a month, how much percent this. It depends on the market. I will take from the market as much as the market wants to give me. I cannot say I will take 5%. I will take my setup. I will see how the market plays out, and I will take what it gives to me. Simple.
Well, I think most people are watching this right now are very interested to see would it be possible for you to maybe share your screen and maybe like show a setup? Is that something you could do?
Yeah, for sure. 1 second, please. So basically, I'm not gonna put a lot of drawings into my chart. I'm not gonna explode my mind with a lot of Fibonacci's, with a lot of resistances, with a lot of nothing. I'm seeing everything. Listen, it's very difficult actually. I think it's very difficult, especially for me, because I've tried to teach some people how to trade and my mentality about trading. It was very difficult for me to do it. I'm not a good teacher, so I'm gonna try to explain everything with my as good as I can. So we have gold being, I'm gonna go from weekly. We have gold in this range for like 3 years, I think. Okay, and on December it is spiked out, faked out, and then it braked. Okay, good. Everybody knows it. But it left a lot of imbalances. So since it started to be very aggressive on daily, weekly, and everything, I started to wait for a cool down in price action. So I'm gonna catch one sell. I missed this one, unfortunately. I missed this sell, for example. Anyway, I'm going too far from everything. I'm gonna stick easier. This sell area, from my point of view, left some liquidity and imbalances here because of this spike out here. So when it came down and it broke here, this range, I was expecting for a buy, but not a breakout again. I was expecting a fake out. So it went out. It took all the liquidity from here, and then it established here a small zone of manipulation with these lows and these highs. And right here, I was looking for a big sell off after it breaks this zone. So I knew exactly that it's gonna be a fake out, that sellers are gonna win, and the true move will go to the downside. So when I use these FU candles that are liquidity grab candles. I don't know if you are familiar with the FU candles.
No, I'm not. Maybe you could just describe it quickly if what it is.
Okay, so basically, an FU candle is when it takes liquidity from the previous candle and it closes above the
Okay,
higher or the
I
lower.
get, yeah. I get why they
And
call it an FU candle now. Yeah.
yeah, so why? Tell me why.
Well, because it's taking liquidity and think it, taking liquidity to the downside. People think they want to short that, but then it's like reverses and takes out the stops of the shorts, right?
Exactly.
It takes out the stops in both directions.
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, I will go very fast on one liquidity FU candle very fast. That it's not shown from my indicator that's an FU, but it's like an FU. So this one is an FU. The sell one, it's this black candlestick. It's an FU for shorts, but it's not so strong because it has a big rejection, the daily closure. The other day comes to take all this liquidity, and when it breaks, it's a very strong manipulation to the upside because it is negating the liquidity to the downside and the buyers are winning. So look what a big sell it took. After that, actually every big move is starting with a liquidity grab. This is what I've seen, especially in gold. Never it's gonna let a lot of liquidity and a lot of leverage orders. The market's gonna grab it and then just leave it. You just need to see after it takes the liquidity if it's gonna close back above the supply or the above the demand or the support zone or below the supply or the resistance zone. Anyway, going back to this trade right here. So when I saw that all this all this zone that you can see, it's FUs, but this one is also an FU. This one FU broke and it played out and making a lot of liquidity here. When I saw that it broke all the FUs here, on the retest here, I took a sell with my stop loss right here. So I'm gonna open the short position. I took one sell around here. I don't remember exactly the price. I put my stop loss above this FU candle. And what I had to target my first imbalance zone. So my first partials were here. were here where was my last resistance before this high here. But I calculated a lot of liquidity back here from all this move. It's also a trend line. So the start of the trend is around here. I always say that when a move, when it's a trend line for me, it's liquidity. I take it as liquidity. So because everybody's catching one trend, so when the move is going to break and reverse totally, it's not going to be just a retracement. It's going to make a reversal. It's going to chase all the trend that it makes, especially gold. Gold is making deep retracements. So I said that it's going to come at least here, and it's going to feel also this imbalance here, and maybe it's going to react from this area because we have this FU candle on gold. This that looks like a doji, it's an FU, and it's a high confluence FU. This is how I call it because it retested this FU candle. So good. I finished with this trade. Anyway, I finished with this one. I took my first pressures here. Then I let it run over. When it took this low, I closed everything because I didn't like so much how it plays out. And then I was trying to catch the continuation to the downside on gold, and it was I take from the true impulses the imbalances, and this is what I'm saying to you, that right here I woke up during the night to drink water or something like this, and I saw this FU happening at 4 a.m. Romanian time.
Yeah.
And I was awake here at 5:30, at 5:30 here. I saw that it's retesting this one. I was thinking that it's very near a top because it took all this liquidity from here. So after it made a big sell, it created this sideways range. And gold is, what is gold doing? Gold is always going through in a direction. When it stops, it's making his patterns, and then it comes to take the liquidity. Here, everybody thought that it's gonna be a new buy. It's gonna go all-time high again. It's gonna go to $3,000 and everything that says on the media and so on. It retested. Everybody went in, and look how all the buyers got wiped out because it's also the fundamentals. Gold didn't have any reason to go so much up right now. Maybe it's gonna go so much up when it's gonna come to a recession. Maybe it's gonna go so much up when the unemployment rate will go to 4.5. When it's already too much. I personally believe that on the long term, gold is gonna play out very nice because of the financial condition right now. But it's going to take some time. I think it's going to be anyway after elections. I don't think it's going to be before elections.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely, I feel like it's interesting when you're showing the chart here because I could probably have taken both of these trades, but I'm using different.
I took this buy. I took
yeah.
this buy. I took it. No, I took it. But I'm trying just to speak for the big moves. I also play all the scalping and the short-term moves. I take them, but I take them with a very small stop loss. So basically here I entered after I've seen this breakout. I didn't enter here because I like to enter when I see more confirmation. When it broke, this candlestick broke out from this order block, anyway, market structure, however you want to call it. And I saw that it grabbed liquidity from this one. I entered here with my stop loss under here. So it was a 40 pip stop loss. And I said, I'm going to go for this high. I took my TPs. I went out. I went for sleep. And then I tried this sell, but it didn't play out as I said. And then because I got my stop loss hit at around 78, and when I woke up, the price was 74, 73, and it was also NFP day. I said, okay, listen, I'm not gonna take anything now. And at 11 o'clock, it just collapsed. And it collapsed because China stopped some purchases on gold. And that was the reason that media says. And I actually also believe this reason. Sometimes I don't believe all the reasons that media says about things. But for this one, I believed it. And when I saw that it collapsed and it broke again into this range, I said, okay, I need to catch the sell. I'm looking for it for pretty much days, for a lot of days. And I thought that it's gonna give me a chance here to sell it. But usually gold is a bad boy and doesn't give you a lot of chances when it wants to make huge moves.
It
So I took
almost
a silly sell only here, only here. When it broke also this range down, I took this sell here. When I saw that it's breaking below, I took my sell here with stop loss above this high.
which of the you have 3 EMAs on? Is
Yes,
it the
it's
20, the 50, and the
moving
100?
average, 100 moving average, and the 200 moving average.
Oh, so
I
it's the
don't use them
50.
so much. So also the RSI and the EMAs, I don't use them so much. I use only support, not support resistance. I use zones, market structure. So I'm always
Yeah.
checking I'm if I'm in a bullish market structure, if I'm in a bearish market structure, I'm calculating liquidities, I'm seeing imbalances, and also I use the time price opportunity on trading. I don't know if you used it, where it shows you the most volume on each day.
You know, you're trading quite similarly to me, and I think, you know, because my screen, my charts looked very similar to yours, but what I did was I started removing the stochastics and I started removing the EMAs and everything, because I felt that all the trades that I was taking is just, you know, horizontal, you know, zones or support and resistance, and that break of structure, like you said. Have you thought about that, or have you kind of looked into what would happen if you removed all the EMAs and you removed the stochastics?
I will tell you. No. I will tell you why I keep them. Maybe it's gonna be better. You are correct to remove them because it's a little bit more information on the chart. But I'm not looking at them at all. In my mind, they are not there. I'm looking at them. You know where I look at them only. I look at them on daily and on weekly only.
Yeah,
So
that makes
I
sense.
care about these CMAs. So that's why I keep them, because I care about them a lot on daily and weekly, because gold is respecting like the weekly and the daily moving averages. They are respecting it. So basically, when I saw that it's going again up here and it's taking all the liquidity, and I was waiting for it to come and close back down in the zone and don't have a proper breakout and the real breakout, I said, okay, this time is gonna for sure hit minimum also the 500 moving average, and it's maybe gonna, because it's gonna be the first touch on the moving average since so many days, since so many months actually, not days. It's gonna have a reaction, and look, just near the moving average, it had this.
You talked a lot about, you know, the importance of trading psychology. So, you know, a lot of people watching this, they're new to trading, they're new to, you know, getting funded and all of that. And what advice would you have to someone who's just starting out, just buying an evaluation account? What should they focus on? What would be the most important thing for them to care about?
Traders and usually people have a big problem when it's called euphoric. It's called happiness. Okay, when you take one trade and you win your trade, you are very happy. Your hormones are going up. This is very wrong. You need to be same to same when you lose, same to same when you win. It's first rule for me, because it's something that I also saw in myself before. When I was winning one trade, two trades, three trades in a row, but I won it by luck anyway. So I wasn't so good to understand why I took this buy. I took this buy because it was up, it was low. I
Yeah.
took this sell because it was high, you know, and I won it two, three times in a row. Then I said, "Oh, I'm God. I'm God. I'm gonna kill it more and more and more." And you start to leverage more the market, to go in all this, to try to take then all the setups for no reason. When you lose, you are gonna be very sad. you are gonna take your energy very low. It's wrong. You need to be consistent, to try to be disciplined, only to take what setups are are good for you and have a good risk to reward also, and make a plan. Make a plan and just try to execute it. See if the plan it's not good, then make another plan. You need to be disciplined. If you lose, never go gamble to recover. Never you trade New York session, for example, and at 9 p.m., 3 hours before the market closed, you hit your stop loss, and you are trying in that day when you should not be supposed to trade the market after 9 p.m. to recover your losses. Tomorrow it's a new day. You can make more profits tomorrow. This is the main problem that all traders I think have, because I also know some guys, because they are texting me, that are trying to trade, and they are in this phase, and I'm saying to them all the time, I was in your same place. Try to change this about you. It's not that you don't understand markets, especially if you are trading for 2 years and you still didn't make it. I'm sure you will be able to make some money from the market. It's not difficult. It's very easy. It's mathematics. It's very easy. Trading is very easy. It's
Yeah.
10% buy, 10% sell, and 80% is patience, discipline, and psychology.
Yeah, you said it beautifully right there. I think, trading, like you said, trading is about, 80% psychology, and you're absolutely right about that. And you also what you said about, euphoria and fear and greed and that sort of things. I think it's very important, stay balanced. You want to stay balanced. You lose
Yeah,
the trade,
I
that's
would
okay. You go
recommend
on to the next one.
I would recommend to everybody to read some books about psychology, and I recommend Trading in the Zone for
Yes,
psychology. I
it's a good
really
one. That's
recommend it. It was a very nice book. I enjoyed it.
With that said, I would like to thank you a lot for coming on here and having this interview.
Thank you
Perfect.
very much. Also, bye bye. Nice to
Thank
meet you.
you.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at The 5ers. We'll see you in the next one.